Joining a private GP practice, red flags that no one tells you about. In this video, I'm going to talk about 6 red flags that you should be aware of before joining a GP practice so that your dream job doesn't become a horror story. Whether you're going in as a locum or you're planning to join the clinic as a full-time doctor, this is a video that you want to watch till the end. Hi, I'm Dr. Selina. I'm the founder of Medic Footprints Malaysia. Medic Footprints Malaysia is a tribe by doctors for doctors. It's a community platform that connects doctors to diverse careers. Now, with Medic Footprints, we have a lot of conversations with many different doctors, but there was one particular conversation that stood out for me. It was this doctor. She left KKM. She decided to join a GP practice. The troubling thing was that what she ended up doing did not match what she was initially told. In reality, she was working more hours, not getting paid, and all the things that she was promised was not delivered. So basically, she was cheated and taken advantage of. Before we begin, be sure to check out our website www.medicfootprints.com.my and sign up, create a free subscriber account to get the latest updates on all our events, articles on career advice, and also job opportunities for doctors in and out of the clinical field. On that note, we are also having a Diverse Careers Summit for Doctors this August 20th, 2022 in IDCC Shah Alam. Here you get to talk and connect with doctors who have successfully switched careers and also speak to potential employers. Link is in the description below. As doctors, we are rarely exposed to the regular way of job hunting and the logistics involved. See, medical school prepared us to become clinicians. And after we graduated, we entered KKM, and KKM did the rest for us. Remember when you were just starting out, probably all you did was fill out a few forms to apply for your KWSP number, your income tax number, and the rest was probably just a signing of documents which you didn't even read, and the rest we just we fully trusted KKM to handle the rest for us. We did not go through the regular interview process, nor did we even learn to read job contracts, and we didn't even know what our rights are as workers. Well, we went through and learned this the hard way so that you don't have to. So this video, we're going to address all the red flags that you should be aware of before you join a GP practice. So employment contracts rarely benefits the employees. So as the ones that are signing it, you should pay particular attention to what's in the contract and what you're agreeing to. So it needs to be clearly stated whether it's full-time, part-time, what your salary is, your benefits, the work hours. If it's not stated there and it's really vague, it is a definite red flag. And this includes monthly salary or hourly rate, overtime compensation, if any, annual leaves, raises, bonuses, incentive opportunities, health benefits, or other fringe benefits like travel and food. Also ensure that any probational period is also clearly stated, and what your notice period is before you quit or being let go is also clearly stated in the contract. There are further details to be looked into, but I would suggest that you get a trusted friend or a lawyer if you can to look through your contract before signing anything. Although red flags can be plentiful in all these agreements, but you may be able to get a more favorable contract if you renegotiate this contract and speak to them beforehand before accepting this offer. Here's an example of a shady contract. So we spoke to an MO who joined a small chain clinic that focuses on maternal and pediatric patients. Now, she accepted the offer without thoroughly reading her contract. So on the first day when she reported into work, she didn't get a very good vibe from the clinic. All the clinic staff were telling her how bad the management is and that they were all just waiting to leave. Now, after hearing all this, she decided maybe this clinic was not for her and she decided she wants to leave. So she went to see the management and she handed in her resignation. She gave them a 24-hour notice. Now, she thought that, oh, all is fine because I'm supposed to be on a 2 months probation as stated in her contract. Now, to her horror, that was not the case. Instead, what the management told her was that she needed to give 2 months notice, and because she worked less than 2 years, instead of giving a 2 months notice, she actually has to pay back 2 months of salary. Basically, the clinic was getting her to work 2 months there for free. For legal purposes, we can't show you the entire contract, but this is what her employment contract reads. 11b. In the case that you terminate the employment contract within 2 years from the date of start working, you agree to give 2 months notice or payment of 2 months basic salary in lieu of notice, and also agree to pay compensation to the company 2 months of your basic salary deductible from your last 2 months salary before resigning. Basically, work for free for 2 months. To add salt to the injury, this doctor happened to see a patient who requested for a vaccine and then refused to pay for it and blamed the doctor for this. See, she had proper documentation of the entire consultation. She even showed the patient the vaccine vial before administering the vaccine. Now, despite all of this, the clinic still took the patient's side and deemed it the doctor's fault and forced the doctor to pay for the vaccine. Now, after this whole incident, the clinic then sacked this doctor before her 2 months notice period was up. And because she did not complete her 2 months of free labor, she was forced, because she only worked for 1.5 months, so she was forced to pay an additional 4,000 for the 2 weeks that she did not work. Now imagine that. She had to work for free for 1.5 months, had to pay for the vaccine because a patient refused to pay for it, and then pay another 4,000 to the clinic just to be let go, because the clinic deemed that the doctor has breached his contract. Now, how shady is that? And this is only one of many stories of shady contracts, so watch out for it. So if any of you have came across any shady contracts when you join a GP practice, please share in the comment section below. We want to hear your experience about it. Paying employees for their work sounds like a no-brainer, but you'll be surprised how many clinics out there that are withholding the staff's salary, the doctor's salary. Now this is a definite huge red flag. But before you jump to conclusion, make sure you speak to the management and find out why are they really withholding your salary. Is it just a technical error, or is there something much deeper? One of the doctors we spoke to had his salary withheld from him for 3 months before the clinic finally shut down. Now when the clinic shut down, he wasn't paid a single cent, and he had to bring them to court to claim his unpaid salary. So when I was in KKM, I really thought about statutory payments. That is your EPF, SOCSO, and your taxes, because those are mandatory payments to be made, and we relied on KKM to make those payments for us, and obviously they did. But when we spoke to a doctor that joined a small chain clinic, it wasn't as straightforward as we thought. See, when she was receiving her monthly paycheck, it was stated that there were payments that were made to EPF, EIS, SOCSO, her taxes were being paid. But a couple of months down the line, she had to apply for a bank loan. And when she got her EPF statement, it showed that not a single contribution was made. And she was shocked. And she checked further and she saw that even her taxes were not being paid. So then she reached out to the management and she confronted the management, and they just told her that they brushed it off and said, yeah, it will be paid, don't worry, your dues will be paid. Even when she left, she never got a contribution. Now, once again, this is a massive red flag and it is illegal. Now, if any of you had ever gone through any of this issue, remember you can report this to JPKSM, and you can also seek out some help from employment lawyers. Also, by the way, we're organizing a Diverse Careers Summit this August 20th, 2022 in IDCC Shah Alam. We have a medical legal team who will be setting up booth there. So if any of you have any medical legal questions to ask, be sure to be there. The link is in the description below. Many of these clinics are businesses that are trying to sell their own products or their partners' products. Now, and they may incentivize the doctors to sell all these products. This alone may not be a red flag, but make sure whatever they are asking you to sell is approved by KKM, because we have had doctors who tell us that they are forced, during their interview, they are asked if they are okay with selling things that are not KKM approved. And we've also had instances of doctors who, after joining a GP practice, are forced to sell items that are not approved by KKM. So make sure you know what you're selling, and because you don't want to be risking your license for this. Now, if a clinic is pushing you to sell something that's not approved by KKM, remember this is a red flag and step away, because we all became doctors to impact healthcare in a positive manner. When there's smoke, there is most certainly fire. If a clinic has a bad reputation, stay away at all costs. If the clinic has a bad reputation about how they treat their doctors or their staff, it most certainly is that way. So, doctors talk, people talk. You can always speak to doctors who have previously worked in that clinic, find out how their experience was working in that clinic, or you can find the current employees in that clinic, speak to them, go to the clinic first, get a vibe. If you don't get a good vibe out of that clinic, you don't get good interactions with the current employees there. If the employees are struggling to say something positive about the clinic, it may be a huge red flag. Also, Medic Footprints Malaysia has a Discord channel which you can join, where you can share, learn experiences from doctors who have joined the GP practice, the do's, the don'ts, what to look out for. The link is in the description below. Besides that, websites like Glassdoor and Fishbowl are really good websites that you can use to get feedback and gauge the company, the reputation of the company that you want to work with, the clinic that you want to work with. Most people won't bother to put in reviews, but if they've had a very good experience or a really terrible experience, they usually would have put a review in that, and you can use that to gauge your future workplace. Now, if there's a lot of poor employee reviews, that's probably a red flag as well. Okay, when you join a clinic, say if you become a PIC of that clinic may ask you to put your APC in that clinic, say clinic A, and that's normal, right? But the issue arises when they say, hey doctor, can we also use your APC for clinic B, which you have nothing to do with? Now, that is something of a gray area, but you should be aware of this because this actually opens you up for liability. If anything happens in clinic B, although you're not there, but because your APC is there, you are the person in charge and you will have to face the consequences. If you have experience working in a shady clinic, or if you know someone who has worked in a shady clinic, please share your experience in the comment section below. We want to hear all about it. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Please like, comment, and share this video to help other doctors to stay afloat on these red flags when joining a GP practice. Also, remember to check out all our other videos on our channel. They're going to be very useful and helpful for doctors like you and me. And be sure to check out our website and our upcoming Diverse Career Summit for Doctors that's happening this August 20th, 2022 in IDCC Shah Alam. You want to be able to speak to doctors who have gone through this journey and also connect with potential employers. The link is in the description below.